There's a massive, silent economy operating behind the scenes of professional basketball, and almost nobody talks about it. It has nothing to do with official salaries, nothing to do with collective bargaining agreements. This is a multi-million-dollar shadow market driven by visibility, proximity, and influence. And right now, it's being controlled by the gravitational pull of one global superstar and a veteran role player who just pulled off one of the smartest financial plays the WNBA has ever seen. She didn't demand a max contract.
She didn't win MVP.
Instead, she leveraged something far more powerful: association with the league's biggest asset. Here, we don't deal in PR narratives or feel-good locker room stories. We break down the cold, calculated reality of business inside professional sports. So lock in, because today we're exposing the blueprint for turning a role player into a marketing powerhouse overnight. Mainstream media wants you to believe this is just about passion and teamwork. It's not. This is a billion-dollar industry. Every play, every partnership, every relationship, it's all strategy. And right now, the most valuable real estate in the league is the Indiana Fever locker room. Let's rewind. When Sophie Cunningham arrived in Indiana, she didn't come chasing stats or spotlight. She came with a plan. She understood something critical. Every camera in the world was about to be pointed at Caitlin Clark. And if you align yourself with that level of attention, your value doesn't grow. It explodes. But there's a cost. You don't just stand next to the spotlight, you protect it. That brings us to the Connecticut Sun game. When things got physical, when the league's biggest asset was being targeted, everyone was watching. And Sophie Cunningham didn't hesitate. She stepped in, immediately.
Publicly.
Aggressively. Not just as a teammate, but as a protector of the investment.
We already know how they give it up, okay? They ambushed and attacked Caitlin Clark. Sophie Cunningham stepped in, and that is part of the reason why we love her. And then it just so happens that at Connecticut, another dirty play happens from Bria Hartley, and it ends Sophie.
Now stop and think about that moment. Not emotionally, but strategically. That wasn't just toughness. That was branding. In today's attention economy, that moment became a viral marketing campaign. Her following surged. Her visibility skyrocketed. She crossed the million-follower mark almost instantly. Fans didn't just notice, they rallied behind her. She became the enforcer, the protector,
The ally.
and in modern sports, attention is currency. That single moment earned her something far more valuable than a box score stat. It earned trust from one of the most powerful fan bases in the game. And the timing? Perfect, because her contract was about to expire. Last season, she was playing on a one-year deal worth around $100,000. For someone protecting a billion-dollar asset on national television, that's underpriced. But the market just changed. A new CBA reshaped the financial landscape, and suddenly, everything got bigger.
The fever ended, and with the WNBA reaching a new collective bargaining agreement in mid-March, Cunningham is in line for a massive pay raise when free agency begins next month. That's definitely something you got to pay attention to, because Sophie Cunningham is going to get a bag.
Now the math gets serious. Her contract is gone. She's an unrestricted free agent. And the league is now flooded with new money. The salary cap has jumped dramatically, creating massive opportunity. And Sophie Cunningham is perfectly positioned to cash in. But she didn't wait for a team offer. She went bigger. She took her leverage outside the league. Because she understands a key rule. You don't need a massive salary if you control attention. And that leads to her next move.
It is almost that time for March Madness. We are so excited to be teaming up with Marriott Bonvoy for Live from the Bracket. It is a 4-episode limited series edition of our podcast, Show Me Something.
It's going to be sick. We're going to talk to special guests about all things travel, all things basketball.
So we are here.
At first glance, it looked like a simple media announcement. It wasn't. It was a business move. A major one. She secured a multi-episode podcast partnership with a global brand, Marriott Bonvoy. This isn't small-scale sponsorship. This is premium corporate alignment. High production. Major funding. National visibility. She's walking into Manhattan boardrooms, hosting brand activations, and positioning herself like a top-tier star. But here's the twist. She's not an MVP level player on the court. She's a role player. And that's what makes this so powerful. She mastered the proximity multiplier. She proved you don't have to be the face of the league. You just need to play your role perfectly within it. Support the star, deliver on the court, capture the attention, and monetize everything that follows. Now she's cashing in, but her success just created a massive problem.
Sophie Cunningham has garnered off the floor. Now, we don't know how much. We don't know if she's made a couple $100,000. We don't know if she's made millions off. We don't know. But free agents are going to see Sophie Cunningham's off the floor success, which
because now the blueprint is public, and the entire league is watching. With a huge percentage of players heading into free agency, everyone wants in. Not just for wins, but for exposure, for followers, for brand deals, for their own version of the Caitlin Clark effect. And that puts the Indiana Fever in a dangerous position, because they've made mistakes before. They brought in players who disrupted chemistry, players who wanted spotlight instead of structure, players who competed with the system instead of supporting it. That's not team building. That's instability. So now the front office has to think differently. This isn't just about talent anymore. It's about intention. When a free agent walks in, the question isn't, how well can they score?
It's,
do they understand their role in this ecosystem? Are they here to contribute or to capitalize? Because there's a difference. Sophie Cunningham was transparent about her strategy, but she backed it up. She delivered on the court. She supported the system. She protected the asset. That's the model. Anyone unwilling to do that, they're a risk. But even if Indiana identifies the right players, another challenge is waiting. Money. The new financial structure has made everything more complicated. Cunningham deserves a raise. But the team also has major contracts looming, big extensions, rising salaries, and limited flexibility. Let her walk. You lose chemistry, defense, and identity. Overpay? You risk your future. And while Indiana is stuck in that decision, other teams are ready. Expansion franchises with open cap space are watching closely, prepared to make aggressive offers. This is no longer a slow rebuild era. This is fast-moving, high-stakes financial warfare. And one mistake can close your championship window instantly. The Fever front office has one off-season to get this right. Because if they don't, they won't just lose a player. They'll waste the prime years of a generational talent.
this isn't just basketball anymore.
This is business. And the game behind the game? It's only getting more ruthless. So what do you think? Does Indiana find a way to keep Sophie Cunningham? Or does another team steal the perfect role player with a bigger offer? Drop your thoughts below and stay locked in. Because this corporate battle, it's just getting started.